I think now what the Spanoses have to do is take a monster swing at this position. And we're already joking in some of the Michigan text chains that I have with my friends. Can we get an ankle bracelet on Jim Harbaugh when he's out here with the Wolverines for the Rose Bowl, like to see where his whereabouts are? Obviously, Bill Belichick, there's a hot rumor that it's already been, or the report from Tom Curran that it's already been decided that he's not coming back to New England, that the Crafts will figure out a way to part ways with Bill or vice versa. Would they want to take a swing with either one of those guys out here? And I think they should. I mean, again, Sean Payton, it was an open secret. Well, not really even a secret. Here last year in Southern California, he loved living there. I mean, anybody who knew Sean or knows Sean or worked with Sean, he loved living in Southern California. He loved it, and working there. And here he is. And here you've got Justin Herbert to hook up to a guy who, when he hooked up with Drew Brees, former Charger quarterback, he turned him into a Hall of Famer, or unlocked Drew Brees' ability to give him either the confidence or the wherewithal or the scheme, or just unlock Drew Brees to have him turn himself into a Hall of Famer. And you have that guy, and you don't hire him, and you stick with the guy who just showed in his first playoff appearance that he might be in over his head. It just strikes me they've got to make a big move here right now. And maybe Harbaugh, maybe my coach, is the guy if that's what he wants to do. And interestingly enough, word is that Harbaugh was interested in the Broncos last year and they're ready to roll. And then Jim stayed at Michigan, which is what put Sean Payton in Denver. And now this might bring Harbaugh to Los Angeles potentially. I honestly don't know. I mean, it's all speculation, but I just think they have to take a big swing, because the other part of the tombstone, unfortunately for the Brandon Staley era, is here lies the last 3 years of Justin Herbert's rookie contract. And we have no playoff wins and one playoff appearance to show for it, because this was the last year that they could keep everyone together and pay him. And Easton Stick just got his ass beat to cost Brandon Staley his gig on the defense as well. So that's why they got to take a big swing, I feel. I don't know. They might want to look at another hot coordinator. I don't know what their plan is going to be, but I know it's a very attractive gig. And it's got Justin Herbert sitting here with some other players that are good. But they're going to have to tear this place apart, I think, because it's Justin Herbert's first year of getting pizzade. And I don't think they're going to be able to pay everybody. And that's maybe why they blew out their general manager as well. So whoever's coming in gets a full clean slate, front office and coaching staff, and we'll see what happens.
Rich, TJ here. How you doing?
I know who that is.
Just a quick question, man. What do you think this means? What's the writing on the wall for Kellen Moore? Because a lot of people assumed he could be next in line, but now you're saying take a big swing. Is he that big swing? Do you think that they're going to look outside, or do you think this is going to be his chance? Or do you think he's just stuck in limbo right now?
I don't know. I mean, Brandon Staley is the one calling the defensive plays. He's the one that had the offensive reins this year. I mean, it's not just all Brandon Staley's fault, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, some of the fourth down play calls were weird too. I unfortunately think he's gotten his swing. I mean, honestly, if Jim or Bill come in, don't you think they're going to bring their own people?
Yeah,
and certainly their own front office. I mean, he's a talented coach. Listen, I don't know. I thought the Spanoses would ride the string out, despite what you said, Suze, and you're right. And, you are speaking what a lot of people have been saying, that you can't sit there coming off of that last night. But I honestly thought they would play out the string. And so did Staley. He's like, yeah, we're going to meet tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be anything new. Well, there's something new. And we will see, and interestingly enough, this, the Chargers have some games against some teams that need the wins against them. I mean, if you look at their schedule the rest of the way, and if you're seeing last night as an indication of what you're going to see from the Chargers in terms of competitiveness or points being able to be scored, the Buffalo Bills are coming in. They got to be jacked up, right? And then you take a look at Denver and Kansas City. Those are three teams that need the W's. And so this is what's playing out with the Chargers making this move with an interim head coach. Maybe, just maybe, it might be better. Obviously, we've seen an improved play out of the Raiders, but not the Panthers. So this is just a fascinating plot twist, if you will, to the final 3 weeks of a regular season in the AFC West that everybody thought not only the Chargers could win, but use that to get to the Super Bowl. And here we are. And I think, it may be 2020 hindsight, but we were all saying it on the show. I mean, Sean Payton sitting out there, you could get him. You just lost a playoff game where you're up 27-0. How do you stick around? How do you stick with this and run it back? They tried it, and obviously we saw the result of it.
I mean, does it pain you, Rich? This is this is real now. This is Harbaugh real conversation.
No, I know.
It's just not conjecture.
No, I know that. And again, it may be. I don't know what Jim's plans are or what Michigan's next 2 games, hopefully, will look like and how that might affect any of it. I don't know. We had Bruce Feldman on the show on Wednesday, and he just put it plainly. He's like, no matter what contract Michigan could put on the table for Jim Harbaugh to keep him to stay, if that is something that they could do, the one thing they cannot offer him, if this is something that does in fact make him tick, is they can't put a Lombardi trophy in the contract or the ability to win one. So, if that is in fact what he wants to do, and this is something that is a calling for him, I hope he wins 2 more games on January 1st and 8th, and then goes and via con Dios and see you in the AFC West, or I don't know, Carolina. Because I mean, if we're fully speculating here, does he want to be in the same conference as his brother? I mean, don't forget, Peyton didn't want to go to an NFC team, to the point where he might not have gone to the 49ers because of that. So I don't know what the next few weeks hold, but this is an incredibly attractive job. I mean, in a stadium that's going to be home to a Super Bowl, not just in a couple of years, but clearly SoFi's in a rotation. Southern California, Justin Herbert, AFC West, big-time games, and an ability to win a championship, hopefully, if you can turn things around quickly enough. It is real, Suze, but I mean, it's something that, you have to expect, and certainly with the circumstances of the last several weeks surrounding the Michigan program, that is something that is real.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.